Hey guys, welcome back to Hope's Notes. I'm Hope and I have my notes here. So I was going to start this video by talking about myself, giving you a little bit of background about me, because I thought it was a little bit rude of me that I put up a kind of drama video as my first video without actually telling you guys anything about me. And I do want to do that. However, I was on YouTube last night and I came across a video by xoxo. Again, I have mentioned her in my last video, and it's from Shannon, and she has documented something that's happened between some drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race and Jakeyonce. If you don't know who Jakeyonce is, he's kind of a reporter. He reports the tea about Drag Race primarily, drag inspired everything. He is the cutest, sweetest guy. I don't know him personally, but he's absolutely adorable. You can just see that he has no bad intent, that he just wants to put his work out there. He loves to interview. He gets two sides of every story, which is amazing. Not many tea places do that. Tea places? Tea channels do that. But he does, and he is so adorable, and he is one of the fairest tea channels I've ever seen on YouTube. One of the, I can't think of any more off the top of my head, but he really is adorable. He calls out Queen's bad behaviour. He calls out his own, mistakes. If he makes a mistake with tea and gossip, he will call himself out. Even to go as far as, if you don't know about the Sherry Pie incident, again, go over to xoxo, go over to Jakeyonce and watch those videos. He was so respectful about everything, and he was treading on eggshells to make sure that he did everything correctly and that he did everything properly. And he's just, I can say it again, he is just the most adorable guy. I haven't actually spoken to him person to person, really on a personal level, but I have messaged him on Instagram a couple of times when I've seen some screenshots or when I've seen some pictures of some shadiness, and I thought like I might just send him a DM, and he's replied, and he's always so kind. And when I fangirl a little bit, like he's just so cute, and he has so much love for his fans. He's just wonderful. I think he's amazing, and this is why I wanted to make this video, because there has been some drama, and this is deep. This isn't like a little bit of tea and a little bit of this. Like, this is deep. And just to let you guys know that we're going to be talking about some sensitive issues. So if you guys get triggered about like revenge porn, things like that, please just be wary heading in. But apart from that, there's nothing too triggering that I'm gonna try and like step back and not talk about it too much. Please go and check out Shannon on xoxo to get all the screenshots, receipts, and there has been fake screenshots shared by one of the queens about Jake, which is just so horrible and she shows those over there, and she shows that why they're fake as well. So now that I've gotten all of that out the way, we can kind of, sorry, I have my plant. I love my little plant that I have next to me, but it makes my nose itch. I hope I'm not allergic because it's such pretty. So yeah guys, grab a drink, settle down. So, the Vixen. Oh my goodness. So the Vixen was on RuPaul's Drag Race season 10. She came in and she's pretty famous for what she said, I'm just here to fight. And I just feel like she's always there to fight, like always. Whenever the Vixen's name comes up, it's always in a negative light. And I want to say, like, this has really nothing, on the outside looking in, if I didn't know about all of the drama, I would think this is just like a normal thing to tweet, a normal thing to ask, bring up conversation, let's have a chat, you know. I like people's opinions. I like arguing a lot. I really like arguing with people, like, but in an orderly fashion. I'll put my point across and I'll respect your opinion and you can give me yours and we'll just have a discussion. That's the kind of argument I like to have. Whereas the Vixen seems to be a little bit more aggressive and she just wants to argue for the sake of arguing. Maybe she's bored. It is lockdown. Maybe she's had enough. She just wants to wants to start some trouble just so that she can talk about some But let's see. So the tweet, I have it written down here. If you want to see the screenshot, like I said, go over to Creepshow Art and Shannon will show you over there. So this was the tweet. I really like this makeup palette, but why does black equal beast, brown equal black rolls, and white equals headliner? Now, this was in regards to the new Alyssa Edwards palette. It's an eyeshadow palette, and I think Vixen had every right to write this. I mean, I don't think that Alyssa meant anything badly by the names that she chose for the colours, and I just think that it was taken to a racial place very, very quickly. However, that's what the tweet's for. That's what we're here to talk about. So let's talk about this for a moment. I don't think she meant anything bad by it. There were also other colours in the palette relating to other things that didn't seem to be racial at all, and I don't think this is either. Again, go over to Creepshow Art and have a little look at that, because I'm going to just pass this quite quickly. So the reason all this started, and the huge issue is that Jakeyonce saw the tweet and screenshotted the tweet and put it out on Instagram. Now, he does this a lot. He'll find a screenshot of something or a tweet or an Instagram picture or anything that he thinks might be controversial or a talking point, he'll put it on Instagram for other people to talk about. And then the comments that he gets, he sometimes brings them into a video because he likes to get us all involved. We are his tea hive, we're his fans, we like to get involved, we like to hear our names and see our names on a YouTube video from someone that we adore, like Jake. And all he wrote underneath the caption was, thoughts? Responses may be in video. Now, I wonder if all of the next things that I'm going to talk about, I wonder if all the drama could have been avoided if Jake had taken a picture of the palette himself and then written on there, you know, something like controversial names, thoughts, responses may be included in this video. But I'm not placing any blame on Jake, because where I'm heading now is nothing to do with Jake. Absolutely not. This is where things get a little bit hateful. They get hateful, and I'm not down for this. I am not down for this. I would stick up for anyone, whether they're my friend or not. If something like this happens, I would stick up for them. Like Shannon said in her video, and I'm basing a lot of this on what I saw in hers, is, you know, she's there to protect Jake. She adores Jake. They are friends, like real friends. And I just wanted to give them a little bit more backup, because I am infuriated about this. All Jake was doing was basically showing support, really, for Vixen, because the way I interpreted it was, oh, this is a talking point, let's talk about it. So he wasn't saying, oh my gosh, look what Vixen said. It was more the question. I think I don't think it would matter who queen. I don't think it matters what queen posted that on Twitter. I think whoever did, Jake would have screenshotted it and put it on Instagram for us to talk about, because that's what he does. It doesn't matter who did it. It's his job to report and ask questions. And I don't think he did anything wrong. It's the same thing. He's not spinning a narrative of the Vixen. He's not spreading hate about the Vixen. All he did was screenshot and post it on Instagram. And this is something Jake always does. He does this a lot. I mean, I think I commented on the chocolate bunny fiasco that happened not long back. That's a whole nother story. If you guys want to hear my opinion on that, let me know. Go and find the chocolate bunny picture on Jake's Instagram and we'll talk about it. But then it wasn't enough for the Vixen to come back and start going crazy because she thinks she's being attacked by Jake. Because I don't think that's what was happening, but the Vixen came back and she must have felt very attacked because she came back. But that's not the big thing, and I'm getting a bit tongue-tied here because this is the bit that like really gets to me. Shay and Shea Coulee and Ariel Versace both decided to get involved. Now, I don't think it was necessary for anyone to get involved and jump on Jake. You know, Jake is a reporter. Like, he's very young. He's starting out, and you know, he just reports. I don't know if he wants to call himself a journalist or a reporter. He just spills tea. Now, he's 19, and these are grown men now, and Shea decided to come out with fake screenshots. Like I said, creep show art. Go and watch them to find them. They are obviously fake, trying to show off Jake as racist and just being hateful. And you can tell that these screenshots are fake. You can tell. The other one is Ariel Versace. Now, she decided to share the tea, and she called it the tea. She decided to share conversations and pictures of Jake while he was under the age of consent in private Snapchat conversations. That is below the belt. Now, I tried to figure out if Shea had also shared these screenshots, because what I wanted to bring up was Sherry being disqualified from season 12 of Drag Race. And like I said, I don't have Twitter, but I couldn't find if Shea had shared these. But as far as I'm aware, Shea is in support of the Vixen and Ariel Versace, and they are against Jake. Now, Shea is part of All Stars 5, and I would have a huge problem with Shea going forward and being part of All Stars 5 if she is supporting these sharing of the pictures, if she has shared the pictures, if she has shared the conversations. Not only that, but sharing fake conversations to drag down a reporter. Like, that is not cool at all. And it's not what RuPaul's Drag Race stands for, and it's not what Ru stands for either. Jake is someone who makes so many people feel comfortable, makes so many people feel accepted. He makes every single one of his fans feel special and important. And that's what drag is about. That is what Drag Race is about. It's about giving someone inclusion, about including people, and not about spreading hatred. And that's not something that Jake does either. He actually went out of his way to make a full video about the hate that Britta was getting during her coming off of social media, because she was getting hate threats. And he has so much love and so much passion for what he does, and he doesn't deserve to be dragged down like this. If these queens, the Vixen, Ariel, and Shea, have so much against Jake, it only shows me that they are so insecure about the bad that they've done, and they cannot move forward from the bad things that they have done and the bad things that they have been reported for, and they can't hold their own actions. They can't handle being accountable for their own actions, and they are holding that over Jake's head. They are holding their own personal issues over a 19-year-old boy who's just trying to make his way in the world and trying to be a great guy. Honestly, he's always going out of his way to try and make sure that his tea hive, that his fans are being considerate and caring. And it's not his fault if they go over the line. It's not. Everyone's responsible for their own actions. So Shea should be responsible for his own actions. Ariel and Vixen, and all of this started because of a tweet asking a question. Why was it okay for Vixen to ask the question and not okay for Jake to ask the same question? He isn't taking anything away from Vixen. Vixen's a very talented drag queen. She'd be making her dollars at the club whenever she's performing. That's her business. Jake's job is to report on the news, to report on the drag race scene, and to show people, give people a comfortable place to discuss their opinions. He always says, if you guys want to send hate, you put the hate underneath my video. Don't go sharing it out there in the world. If you want to spread hate about drag queens, do not send them messages write them in the comments below, because he would rather take a hit on his own mental health and have people talking underneath his video than go and hurt other people's feelings. And I don't understand why the hatred comes for Jake, because I've never seen anything but considerate from him, anything but love, anything but, oh, just go and watch one of his videos, because he honestly will put a smile on your face in the first 2 minutes of you watching a video. He is just the sweetest person, and he doesn't deserve this hate. He doesn't deserve what's happening to him, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting that these are grown-ups. I'm 23, Shannon's not even 30. I think Shannon's 27, and Jake is 19. 19. It's disgusting. We all say that there's someone at the end of the phone, there's someone on the end of the screen, there's someone who you're talking about. And this is one of those things. Jake is a person. He's not a faceless reporter. You know, he is just a kid who's trying to come into the world. And it's really sad. It's really sad. And I would much rather talk about defending him than talk about myself right now. So please go over to Jakeyonce TV, give him a subscribe to him, give him some amazing comments. Like Creepshow Art said, he may not be on social media right now because he needs time to heal. This is horrible. I mean, from 19 to where I am now, I have grown so much, and the things that are happening to Jake, I don't think I could go through now. And he's just a kid. And it's really horrible. And please go and give Jake some love on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. And also, I do want to say, please go over to Creepshow Art, give Shannon a subscribe, send us some comments. She's amazing, and she's had to deal with her own things going through this as well, which I won't mention. She shares it in her videos. And that's really all I wanted to talk about. You guys need to show some love. More people need to get out there and put their voices out on YouTube and show love, show that they do care. And I think that we're the generation that can do that, guys. Come on. Just open your hearts a little bit. We're all in the same boat. We're all in lockdown right now, and I think there's so much we can do. A few kind words can change the world. Okay? So please go and send them some love. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back with a video about me. I'll be back with a video talking about myself a little bit so you guys can get to know me. Thank you so much for everyone who watched my first video that I posted a couple of days ago. It meant so much. I know I only got like 30 views, but for me, that's enough. Thank you so much. So please subscribe, like this video if you do, and yeah, lovely to talk to you again, and see you soon. Bye. Bad outro time.